Yo, check it. This that southern chopping screw vibes. DC to H-Town, we got the wave. 2DopeMarks live.
With the 2DopeMarks, bringing the heat every night. Chopping screw flow, putting Raspman in the spotlight. From DC to Houston, we ride or die tight. Two voices, one passion. Keep the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the 2DopeMarks Arena in a brand new episode of 2DopeMarks. Your home for Gold Grill Wrestling. I am Brando. That is D. And we have a jam-packed show. First, follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks, on Instagram at 2DopeMarks, on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 2DopeMarks. Me and that man.
We're gonna be on MySpace when they come back too.
We probably will be on MySpace when they come back. We'll make sure that we in your top 8. By the way, it should be us, Black Wrestling, Ashe, My Old World, and you figure out the other 4.
Yeah,
your mommy, your granny, your auntie,
all them.
all them. Yeah. Follow again. 2DopeMarks.com is the website. If you missed our last episode, it is up. It is us talking about Solo Sikoa resurrecting the whole bloodline storyline, which got an interesting new wrinkle in it this past Monday on Raw. We also dropped 2 new shirts. One in honor of All In this upcoming Sunday. It is the 4 Pillars t-shirt honoring Mercedes Moné, Willow Nightingale, Maya World, and Red Velvet. Yes, it is Red Velvet. Yeah. I almost forgot my own design. Don't again. It's been a long day. I almost forgot my own design. So that is one. The other is an homage, and this is the D idea when he came down to Texas earlier this month, and that is the 2 Dope Kings t-shirt in honor of Chad Butler, Bernard Freeman, Bun B, UGK, MC, all that. So all that. Chop them down. They only $20 on the site. You know what I'm saying? Order them, they'll handle shipping, they'll get to you. They real comfy, real stretchy, you know what I'm talking about? Because it is still hot as fuck in the United States of America.
Bro, it's getting cold around here.
I might need to make that move up there.
It's about to be like I leave out the house at 5:30 in the morning, so it's like 50 degrees.
Wow. I wouldn't know what that is no more, dog. I gave that up. On this exact date, almost this exact date 1 year ago, I gave that up. He came back on back down south. Problems. Yeah. Lots changed in the year, big dog. Lots changed in the year. But as I said, we got a jam-packed show. All In is this Sunday. NXT Heatwave is also this Sunday. Ashe made a major announcement earlier today that me and D will get into. But first, how are you, D? How are you, man? I mean, I know we talk offline a lot, but I mean, how
man, I got the kids in school or whatever. They enjoyed their first day, week. It's almost over. Mm-hmm. And we start football on Saturday, man. We got our first game on Saturday. Hence, if folks don't know on Twitter, I'm Coach D for a reason. I'm actually a football coach. Yes.
Yeah. The question is, because I remember a certain message you dropped off to us a couple of days ago, and I was like, "Oh, this ain't gonna go good." if we ain't getting the basics down, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Ooh,
it's gonna be a long Saturday, brother.
It's gonna be a long Saturday." But hopefully, we don't get to that part. Hopefully, don't get to that.
Yeah, we hopefully we get it together. We got a couple of new kids. That never played before. Trying to get them used to the contact is a thing. Whether they want to get hit or do they want to hit. So that's a whole ball game within itself.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean at that age, it's definitely a question of.
I'll tell your story live on camera again.
Do I want to tell my football story?
Yeah,
sure. We can tell my football story.
I'll tell mine not to
it. So 8th grade, I sparingly played, you know what I'm saying, because it was my first year playing, full tackle football. Mind you, I played football on a dare from a girl, by the way, which is the nuts aspect. Probably should have started in 7th, something like that. But hey, blame the girl on that one.
That's why
and so they had me in arguably our second to last game of the season. That pretty much would have guaranteed who would have played for the district championship. And they had me on kick coverage.
Oh shit! They blasted your ass.
They had me on kick coverage, on the kickoff side, not the return side. So I was basically playing kill the man with the ball, except I didn't get to see the man with the ball. I just saw up in the sky because a heavy-set Samoan dude, or Mexican, either one, laid my ass out on that ground. And he felt so bad for me. He held his hand out like John Coffey in Green Mile. Take the hand, boss. Yeah, felt bad. And that was, I think, my second to last play ever playing football.
Oh shit, my shit's simple. My dad is a Redskins commander, whatever they want to be called today, fan. And he wanted me to be like Art Monk. I'm like, all right, cool. I want to play receiver. I go out there, I got rocked. But then coach told me, you might want to play defense, right? I'm like, I don't want to play no more. He was like, the reason why I tell you is because you get to hit people just like you got hit. And so I was a human crash test dummy. And I love the game.
That might be why you
I don't have the Drewski CTE. Sorry.
you must have longer fingers. Don't be doing this.
Yeah. No.
Insane sketch. Since it's a busy weekend between All In, Heatwave, there are other things we didn't even cover last week that I wanted to get into, but we did get into, like Oba and Braun Breaker in that rather hilarious impersonation of a Steiner.
You talking about when they were sitting down?
Nah. When they were standing
up. That's this Monday, right?
No, I'm talking about this past Monday when he gave that perfect Steiner impersonation.
Oh yeah, we ain't had to get into it because they're getting into it now. It happened this week.
So, all right. Before we get into All In, before we get into the undercard of Monday Night Raw in an extent, Royce Keys decided to say, "Yo, I need a stable. Let me go get OTM out of NXT/AAA, and let's go make this happen." Disrupted the main event of Monday Night Raw. All three of them, by the way, left with a course of booze. And then my brain was starting to think right quick fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the bloodline is obviously Bloods because Jacob is.
They Pyru.
No, yeah. Big Damu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you got your civilians in LA Knight and Solo Sikoa, and Solo Sikoa got jumped out.
Yeah.
And then you got the I don't know if they GDs or Vice Lords with Royce Keys and OPM.
Nah, they GDs.
Yeah. So
Cabrini Green.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, are we back in 1997 when WWE was like, "Yo, let's get some
let's do Los Boricuas and the Sons of Anarchy and the Nation."
The Nation.
Mm-hmm. What was that group called? I don't know. I call them Sons of Anarchy because that's the closest thing I can say to
it. DOA.
Okay.
It was DOA.
Disciples of Apocalypse. Okay.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. DOA. Okay. Disciples of Apocalypse. Shout out to 1997. Again, it felt like them three squads was beating the fuck out of each other every other week on Raw. And it led to that Chicago Street Fight at Mania 13.
That was my senior year. That was my freshman year of high school.
Yeah. I forget you were basically a year older than LeBron. I have to remind myself.
Am I? No, I'm not.
No, you're 2 years older than LeBron. You're 2 years.
Yeah, I'm about to say. He 84.
Yeah, he 84. You 82.
Whoa, you ain't do that. No. You're 82. No, don't do that. No, don't need to know. Relax. Mm-mm.
What? what are your thoughts to the ending of Monday Night Raw, and how does this look for Royce Keys going forward?
So the thing is, I think that they are my first conclusion when I saw it was pretty much they trying to set up something for War Games. What that looks like, I don't know. But the first thing that popped in my head was the spear on Solo. That was Solo and was it Solo and one of the Usos? Jay.
Yeah, Solo and Jay.
Yeah. So think about that shit. So think about it. Let's break it down real quick, right? It's gonna be some coercion in the fact that Solo might have to come back to the bloodline. Now, if you read the dirt sheets, they done said something else. I'm pretty sure you done seen the rumor of Jacob joining in with what you call the GDs. So I don't know, man. They trying to set up something for War Games. I don't know what that looks like. Hopefully it's good because we might be going.
Also true.
We'll see.
Also true. We'll see. I think it's fascinating, right? It gives Royce Keys even more of a hometown edge, if you will.
Yeah.
By like showcasing, like, yo, like, nah, like, if I say y'all want to do this gang shit, I can do this gang shit too. And also it gives OTM, a much needed sink or swim type moment.
Yeah.
And you have them on the main roster now, and you got even more heavies the same way you would have had if Bronson Reed were healthy. But have you seen him on Instagram recently? That brother is
he look like he look like what you call he like Royce Keys now.
Yeah, him and Royce Keys about like the same body type now, which is insane. Shout out to Bronson Reed. I can't wait to see him back in the ring. The craziest thing about it though,
I just thought about something too.
What up?
I'll save it for something else.
Okay,
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, the crazy thing about it is, and I think a lot of people appreciate this, is everybody in this has personality to an extent, right? Solo Sikoa is easily the funniest person on Monday Night Raw. Like, that is
absolutely
right. We've been said that. But also you got LA Knight, who's likely going to be getting his long-awaited title shot after 3 years.
No one cares.
What I'm saying? No, we don't. You got Jacob in the background wondering, like, oh, so Solo can just go be defiant and not listen to shit.
But I'm sitting right here doing whatever.
Yeah, but I gotta listen. All right, I'm the one with honor in this motherfucker. All right, I see how honor gets repaid in this bitch. Okay, cool. Then Royce Keys is like, hey, God, I don't like none of y'all motherfuckers. I don't like none of y'all. I try to be cool. I try to be cordial with my mans, but man's is like, nah, it's all about loyalty. It's all about family. So you know what? I got family too.
You know what he said? Don't say nigga. You're not allowed to.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
That's great.
The return. The return made Corey Graves slip up and say Hobbs out of reflex.
Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah, but also, hey man, shout out to Raw starting at 6:00 Eastern, 5:00 Central, and being done when the sun's still up. I felt like I had my whole day. I felt rested, rejuvenated, all of that.
But I can't hang when Raw is like the regular Raw. When they had them 2 o'clock shows, man.
Hey, man.
They be giving me life.
Look, I know some people be annoyed with Robbie on in the middle of the daytime, but not over here. No, not over here. Absolutely rooting for it. But you're right. They're building towards War Games. Asset score. Okay, cool. They're building towards War Games. Sorry, the phone's all on another side room. My bad. And I don't want it to be that 98 era War Games with WCW when they had a 3-man version for NWO Hollywood, NWO Wolfpack, and WCW. I don't want that.
I actually thought about that.
504.
I actually thought about that, and I'm in agreement with you. I don't like it. Just keep that. Now, here's the thing. Is the bloodline going to be involved in every in every war game?
Yeah.
Like,
Technically, look. All right, so let's think about this. Last year, it was the All-Star team up of what? Jimmy? No, not Jimmy. Sorry, it was Jay, Roman, Punk, Cody. All-Star Dream Team, and they lost.
Yep.
However, the prior 2 to 3 times they had war games, and it was the Bloodline versus somebody, the Bloodline won.
It's like it's giving me old WCW vibes with the Horsemen were always in war games.
Or NXT when the Undisputed Era was always in war games. Yeah. Because I think you need that dominant faction. Actually, no, there was one year in which the Bloodline was not in war games. And that was the year they had Judgment Day in there.
It was Judgment Day against who?
Judgment Day versus Cody, Seth.
Yeah,
Randy
was that when Randy came back?
Yes, it was. That was the same year Punk came back.
Okay.
Same show Punk came back, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what we setting up for. I mean, at this point, it has to be that because remember, we always say that the downtime with WWE is after SummerSlam. And then they'll do something for war games or whatever, but then but anytime they do anything for war games, it has no title implication.
True.
So we got to go as soon as you get into January. It's a whole thing where they setting up for the Rumble. We're in WrestleMania season come January.
Yes,
but that's it. That's all. So, folks, just pay attention to where it's going. It's about to be some downtime with WWE. They might throw a PLE out there randomly. You got Sunday's night's main event, with which we don't know what's going to happen.
And it's a loaded card as if it is the PLE, by the way.
Yeah, the NBC gonna give them that time.
All right, we got a card.
Commercial, suplex commercial, power driver commercial.
We got a card that has neither world champion on it, to my knowledge, but we got Oba versus Braun Breaker. We got who's the guy added to that? Baron Corbin versus Lil Yachty for whatever goddamn reason. And we got Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, right. Cody at home. Speaking of Oba and Lil Buddy. So remember what I told you a couple weeks ago about how Braun needs to beat Oba?
Badly, yes.
I kind of feel like you touched on Bronson Reed. That's going to be the interference as to why he beat. He's not supposed to be Oba clean at all. You can't build that type of monster to beat Brock Lesnar, win the King of the Ring, all these things, and then Braun beats him clean. No, that's where Bronson Reed comes in.
I like that. And I think the intriguing part about Bronson Reed being back is what exactly is the hierarchy in cat match, right?
Right.
Because you got Austin Theory being full-blown lackey. You got Logan Paul waiting for his arm to heal up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Braun Breaker, who was like, man, I don't care what them two doing.
Right.
I know what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is making sure that I don't get lapped by this new shiny toy that my so-called manager that they hit me with was supposed to get me over, is instead making sure that this dude is even more over than he already is.
Right.
So yes, honestly, Braun needs this badly.
Yeah, he does.
The fact that
he's not going to lose that. He's not going to lose that Sunday night's main event
in his hometown because he's from Atlanta. He's from the crew. He's from that crew.
True. He went to Kennesaw State. That's right.
True. Yeah. So my thing is this: he gonna have to get something because Oba has fried that boy on the mic back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
Now,
I told you.
segment. Good
You know who he
segment Monday
sound?
night.
You know who he sound like? What's the boy named the Looney Tunes, the chicken? I said that you can't talk for shit. If he can actually match his, he reminds me of, I don't know. Answer this question for me.
Okay.
When Roman first came, Roman can wrestle, right? But Roman couldn't talk. Was that because they were restricting him, or because he couldn't talk? I'm wondering if that's the same thing with Braun. They're not letting him say what he want to say, or he can't talk.
I think it's a little bit of him not being able to say what he wants to say, because he has it in him. I believe he has it in him. However, when Oba basically tells that man, look, you might have been the face in the future if you pulled up here in 2002 and faced John Cena. You might have been if you came here in 2015 and had to face the big dog of that time, which is a clear shot at Roman Reigns, by the way.
Yeah.
Then you probably would have in the future. Had you come in 20, but you're here in 2026 with me.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Oba Femi is on his Victor Wembanyama shit. I'm talking Victor Wembanyama before he, entered the league. Let me explain. Okay. So Victor Wembanyama was compared to Scoot Henderson, right? He was, as in terms of draft stock. Like, yeah, you drafted Victor, you drafted Scoot. Again, you got to make these media-driven narratives in order to make shit look a little bit more interesting. So Victor, when he learned to Scoot Henderson, was like, yeah, I might say he could be a number one pick in any year. He's that talented. But he ain't better than me. Not in this year. He ain't gonna be the number one pick. That's gonna be me.
Yeah, you gotta stand up for you. Like, I get it.
And look, Oba told him there's no amount of mathematics you can put together to solve the equation that is Oba Femi. And when I'm telling you, whoever said that shit about Paul Heyman needing to be Oba's like right hand to like have him to talk for him, you are fucking lying.
As a producer, as an agent, like Paul Heyman got his hand over their feud altogether. I'm loving
100%. Like, he's basically taking Oba under his wing backstage. That is a given. But Oba being himself, being a cocky but very understated Nigerian who knows exactly what the fuck he's talking about and can back it up, dog. He's too good. He's too good, too early, and eventually they might be waiting to Saudi to finally pull that trigger and have him go after Roman. I wish it weren't.
Are you talking about Saudi and Saudi next year, Mania?
Saudi Mania. But I mean, the fact that he has King of the Ring and basically can call his shot whenever because they're using it like a makeshift Money in the Bank with him.
If they're smart, I would save it for SummerSlam. I don't know what SummerSlam is next year, but I would save it for that.
But here's the thing. But given that they're going to do Night of Champions again, and it's going to be another King of the Ring tournament, I think you need to get out of it.
Yeah. So okay. So here's my reasoning, because anytime they do a Saudi show,
you got Street Fighter.
Huh?
No, do it in October because you got Street Fighter coming up.
Well, I'm saying this. It's a thing where when the Saudi shows, they want the nostalgia. So John Cena may be there, but he's not gonna wrestle, right? You would do a Roman Reigns. They put the title on Sami
for 9 days.
Yeah, for 9 days to appease. That's my point. They're trying to appease that market. But if you bring that shit back to the crib, and I'm talking about the USFA, you bring that shit back to the crib, it's going to mean more. You got to do it at SummerSlam, like it's 2027, or You can hold it off and figure out what that looks like and do Mania. I mean, for he won the King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let him win the Rumble. All those top stars have all our favorites: Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Cody. I mean, it can go on, but you see what it looks like when you're in the Rumble. It's pretty much an upward. It's a thing. So I don't know. I gotta listen. We not control this shit. We just you work where you work. I work where I work, and we'll see.
They have to go ahead and pull that trigger eventually, because you have the stipulation has to mean something, right?
It had to be a moment.
I know he says that the title's gonna come when he wants it. That's cool enough. But for the sake of continuity and understanding, there has to be a payoff before you get to the Rumble and all that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. That's fair.
Just has to be that.
That's fair.
Speaking of payoff, we are getting, as we wanted, Rey Fenix and Penta in the finals of that AAA tournament, the winner face of Roman Reigns. We don't even have to say too much. Shout out to Rey Fenix and Dragon Lee. That match on
I told you.
Hook.
I told you.
That cannonball
I told you.
through the ropes to reach the fucking announcer. Bruh, we said Monday was gonna cook in terms of wrestling, and it absolutely did. Big Cass came back. By the way, I must mention this to you. Did it feel like Cole and Corey got mad hateration, holleration just for that match? Because they're like, all right, we're gonna call this straight. And then something happened right in the middle. It's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't like Big Cass. I don't like anybody wrestling or hooping in Timbs.
That is a scary thought.
Or Caterpillars.
The only time you're supposed to be seeing somebody hooping Timbs is on 2K with them generic.
That's it. That man walks to the ring with some what's the jeans that they had on back in the day with a little strap to the side, the carpenter joints.
Carpenter jeans. He ain't wearing no jabos, though. I can tell you that much.
I'm not here for it. He might be my hater of the week.
Damn, you getting into it barely 30 minutes into the
show. I will. That's my hater of the week early. I'm telling everybody.
Damn. All right. Over on SmackDown, we got a new twist in the whole Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn thing, because now they finally decided let's switch the alignments up real quick.
Right.
Sammy's a heel. Cody's a face. Not Cody, sorry. KO's a face.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because Sammy's like, you need to do this my way in order to beat this man who is accosting me. And everybody's against me. And Kevin is like, nah, I got a 20-year beef with this dude. I don't need no extras. Like, let me just beat him straight up. And now here we are with three dudes who arguably, if they had a mop or a random object in the middle of the ring on opposite of all three of them,
mm-hmm.
the mop is getting carried to a 3.5, 4-star match.
So, with this specifically, I always wonder. My first instinct when it comes to wrestling is where would it go? Where will it go? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when it comes down to their feud, we've seen them in a ladder match at WrestleMania. Was that 32 in Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the ladder match. Yeah.
We've seen them in NXT. We've seen them in we've seen them win tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen them we've just seen them all over the place. Here's the thing. It gotta make sense nowadays with them, because they can create probably a better match, but I feel like their storyline is only carrying because of their past. They need to evolve. And I would never, and I would never not watch a KO Sami match.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to evolve in their storyline.
And that's what's called wait and see what happens next. I told you I didn't necessarily have to think too hard about Kevin Owens versus CM Punk because I knew the shit was going to be fire. And the match was probably one of the best free TV matches we got all year. Pardon. Now, do I think they denied Kevin Owens a moment by having him win that title in Canada? Yes. Do I think that wrestling, even though they've already done a title change on network TV this year with Cody and Drew, do I think it needs to be more frequent in that regard? Yeah, I do. I think by saying right circumstance, right wrestler, right moment, of course, right? But I also just understand that the dynamic between the three, in that Punk is the grizzled old veteran, KO is a dude who's out for 17 months, and it's like, yo, like I'm finally getting my shot at this, doing it my justified way. And Sami's like, I've been to the mountaintop, I had that shit snatched away from me in 9 days. Oh, it's some bullshit. Everybody's justified in their own way.
They are.
So they don't carry this. They might, if there's nothing going on for Sunday night's main event, they might stretch this bitch out to Money in the Bank.
I don't want them to wrestle on Sunday night's main event.
There's only 3 matches for that card, by the way, so far.
I don't want to see Sami and KO until I don't want to see it. To be honest, to be fair, it doesn't make sense, but I don't want to see it until Mania. And you give them time. You give them time to do the same shit they used to do in ROH when it was Generico. You let them do that.
Could you? Here's the type. Here is a fascinating thought. Would you do Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the WWE title in Saudi Mania?
No. No. I would do it in Canada. I would do that bitch in Montreal because the fans have to pick a side.
Ooh, okay. I like the way you think that. think that. We definitely, yeah. I would look. Saudi that's basically a home game for Sami, but put that. But
Montreal is a home game for both of them.
Yeah, put that bitch in the Bell Center. It's literally Texans versus OU. You got to split that crowd right down.
That's it.
Okay. Real quick, shout out to Chelsea Green getting herself over as women's champ, even without having to fully wrestle. I have no idea how to feel about this whole Trick Williams, Baron Corbin feud, which now includes Lil Yachty because they're having a match in Atlanta. And funny enough, the 3 matches all involve somebody from Atlanta. And basically the stip is if Yachty wins, then Trick gets an immediate U.S. title advantage against Corbin, which if y'all don't see the writing on the wall.
Where's when will he get the match against Corbin?
Immediately, like that same night.
Ain't his wife from there?
I think last from Atlanta, yeah.
Okay. No, he's from South Carolina. She's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from South Carolina. Yeah. So that's the quick and dirty of it. Shout out to Blake Monroe. Protecting Julia, but at the same time also being a badass by beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Again.
You gotta get Julia something.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, dog. And I need people to kind of like understand and realize this. And I've had to realize this too. I know we're currently in this era where we think everybody's a superstar, everybody's main event talent, everybody deserves at least a run with the belt.
Right.
That's not reality, though. Because if we did that type of thinking back in the 80s, the Macho Man would have more than 2 WWE title reigns.
You had Mr.
Jake Roberts would have been a WWE champion once. Mr.
Rick
Perfect
Rude
would have been a WWE champion. Rick Rude would have been a WWE champion. Ted DiBiase would have been heel of the year from 1988 to 1989. before finally dropping the belt. I would have given him an 8-month JBL reign with that joint. If we really just doing this.
I like it. Thank you, Shorty. I like
if we really doing this, you know what I'm saying? But it's not the thing, right? And I'd say that because we had our conversation about Leah Dragunov last week, and we said that they did that shit in a business move. Like TKO is an entertainment company that does wrestling on the side. Like, and basically, they was like,
we just literally just talked about this. Like, everybody that's on that Sunday night main event is from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business move.
Yeah, everybody from Atlanta. Everybody involved moves merch. Trick moves merch. Cody, of course, moves merch. Randy Orton moves merch. Old moving merch. Come on now.
I'm not buying that Zillified 2 merch though.
Okay, so before we get fully into Heatwave, I was remiss to mention this last week. I felt bad. A terrible podcast host by not mentioning this last week. So Zilla 2 signed his official NXT contract while also looking like 1998 to 1999 Rock. Like he literally went in Big Dwayne closet in the clothes that still fit from 1998 and threw that shit on to deliver that promo. And referred to himself as not a Nepo baby, but a Nympho baby. So, we are now 3 weeks into Zilla 2 on NXT television. What are your thoughts?
I don't want to speak on it right now. It's nothing. It's literally when me and you rap, right?
Yep.
I always tell you that when I'm going through something, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. In this particular situation, it's a sprint for him. They're trying to rush him so far in, and I don't like it. Like if you look at everybody that's in the bloodline or has been in the bloodline, right? Roman had to take baby steps. The Usos had war paint doing the hawk. What was it? The hawk? How you say it? The haka.
Yeah, the haka.
Jacob went straight to the main roster. Even Solo went through NXT. But Solo actually challenged for the title when it came to that. So, like, for me, he still needs work.
Yep.
He's trying to be somebody outside of being
him being in there.
Huh?
They're already talking about moving him up eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at, you're rushing it. Like, let him be himself. He's coming out as the Rock. Roman came in as the Shield, but they allow him to be him, the tribal chief, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then even look at Solo. Solo was a street champ. The Usos was doing the haka, the war paint, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at Jacob. Jacob came in straight. Jacob was the only one that had his own real reputation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it because you're trying to make him to be something that he's not. Let him be him. Let him be him. Because he's not gonna sit there and not talk about nobody. Like, he's not gonna sit there and be like, I love you, Solo, or like Solo was just sitting there. The fuck? Let him be him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Put a pin in that because we gotta yap about fascinating disasters, and that would be All In. AEW is having their flagship pay-per-view this Sunday, and I will say this: you're gonna be doing a lot of teasing MJF and Andrade, and they ain't got no goddamn match on this card, right? You had a very, very demure go home show last night, right? Because you pretty much put everything out last week and getting Kenny to turn, and then the Willow Mercedes brawl, et cetera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Big TK is like, yo, this is a non-match card. I'm like, cool, perfect. I can live with it.
At 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Everybody getting 20, bro. Everybody getting 20 for whatever reason. Oh, shit. Let's run through it right quick, man. Kyle Fletcher versus Kazuchika Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada for the AEW International Championship in a three-way dance. We already know the match is gonna cook.
You said Kyle
Question
Fletcher
is
Takeshita and who else?
Okada.
Oh shit.
And you know Okada be giving a fuck when it comes to Takeshita.
If you're trying to push Kyle Fletcher, then you pick him. I'm not picking Okada at all. So I'm gonna go with Takeshita.
I'm going with Kyle Fletcher only because I feel like they're gonna set up to where not Andrade.
Leave Don Callis joint.
Yeah. Leave the Don Callis joint, and then Kyle Fletcher is Will Ospreay's first challenger for that AEW World Title.
Okay.
That's why, if I had the book, that's probably where I would go with it, because not a single champion outside of the AEW World Title is Kyle Fletcher. Just saying.
Okay.
Moving on. Kevin Knight is defending his TNT Championship versus Darby Allin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. We root for everybody black around here, so therefore I'm rooting for Kevin Knight. Sorry. We are in agreement there. All right. We got the Divine Dominion of Megan Bayne and Lena Cross versus the Brawling Birds, Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter for the women's tag titles. I know the Birds are literally having a homecoming match because they both from over there. You know what?
The only Birds I root for is the Eagles, and I don't care.
Give it to him. But yeah, give it Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor the match, because Jamie Hayter had some bad luck health-wise trying to stay healthy on that roster. So we're gonna give it to them. So the Continental Challenge Cup always reminds me of the fact that Jon Moxley is gonna end up in the finals anyway, because apparently he's right. I can't recall last time he didn't win one of these. So it's Moxley versus Nigel McGuinness. I know why Nigel McGuinness is in the match, because it's in Britain, it's in the UK, it's in Wembley, and you having 40, 50, maybe 60,000 fans cheering on that man one last time. All right, here for it. He's not winning. He's not winning.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna go for Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what? At this point, we might have to do like a ring or something like that when we predicting shows.
We might have to. We might have to do it. Style Black Wrestling for kind of spearheading the originality. Like, we taking a poll, like who got what right, who got what wrong. I think Jon Moxley's retaining, so that's maybe the first one we're split on. All right. So we got Andrade, MJF, Ciampa, Mark Davis, Jericho, and a few other participants.
That was a lot of names.
I know, right? That's just five people off rip. They're gonna be in that Casino Gauntlet match for a future AEW World Championship opportunity. I mean, I like Andrade to win it, but the to be announced aspect, and considering that these people are likely not in the oh God, never mind.
So that's always a hard one because it's a gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Somebody. I don't care. Like I really want to be interested, but it's not gonna matter. Who you got?
I like Andrade, man. I think Andrade's been cooking ever since he got back over there.
That's why I say I'm not doing that.
And again, the best way to hide MJF and his injuries is do a gauntlet match and do a multi-man match.
Yeah, you gotta find something to do.
Yeah. So there you have it. Edge and Christian. I know it's Casey Cole, but no, it's still Edge and Christian on this side of the world. Versus the Young Bucks in a tag team match for AEW World Tag Team Championships.
Super K party.
Agreed. Like, let Edge retire and have
Let both them niggas retire.
Yeah. All right. I'm saving the two main events for last on purpose because we got this Casino Trios Royale roulette match. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Oh,
Sony,
you want to say something real bad, and I'll tell you off camera.
All right. So it's Heyman, Adam Page, and Brody, though, your current AEW Trio champions, versus the Bang Bang Gang, the Conglomeration, the Death Riders, the Demand, the Dogs, and I'm pretty sure the wild card entry involves old buddy Xavier and Kofi for the Trio Championships.
I like pancakes.
I like unicorn power too, dog. But
yep, that's it. That's it.
All right.
You know what's happening?
It's like
what's happening.
Move
on.
All right. We're gonna let's say we're not gonna even pick the cover art of tonight's episode just yet. We're gonna go to Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay for the AEW World Championship, the main event for the men's side of All In. We know it's Will Ospreay winning his belt, so I don't think there's too much intrigue. The only intrigue is how many stars and what kind of lotions Dave Meltzer going to use to just go over his match.
Hey, lotions is crazy.
That's what he's going to do.
Lotions is crazy.
Hey, dog, he don't shake that bottom pants leg.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, he don't shake. Yeah, just saying, dog. You know how them wrestling fans be.
Hey, yo,
you know how them wrestling fans be. So, with that being said, let's get to the shits. Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Moné, singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Mercedes has gone for this belt on so many occasions. When it was Timeless Toni Storm,
she wins.
When it was insert woman here, but I think this Sunday she finally asked that one piece that's missing from her AEW career, and then she kind of tells Bayley to stop being coy about where you're gonna be. Don't worry, Toots. We'll ask a little bit to finish up.
So that's over there. When you talked about who was it? You talked about we talked about like Zilla coming into the company and joining the bloodline, rushing some shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like you can't have Pan come on there and be like, all right, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna fight against Mercedes and then have a match. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get the same result you got from Danielson and old buddy, Danielson and Mox. Like it's like the shit weird. For me, it's weird. Like you just trying to sell tickets. Let this shit work itself out. I'm being very honest.
Now you know people just be very greedy. They just be greedy.
That's fine, but greedy don't get you nothing.
Fair. Just we'll see what that contract situation with Bailey looking like. Wherever she heads next, but
I mean, she got Lodestone, so she get to move the way she want to move.
Exactly. So personally, I think the answer is going to be Mercedes is going to finally win the big one.
Yeah,
it's going to piss some people off. It's going to make me happy. It's going to make D happy. Yeah. But all in all, we're going to get a new. It's going to be a whole lot of new in the UK this weekend. A whole lot of new. And speaking of new, Heatwave is on NXT from Edinburgh, Texas, which is, I've never been. I literally drop ass. You know what I'm saying?
What's it close to?
Edinburgh, I want to say is closer to like it's like McAllen.
I don't know.
Like it's where the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, the Rockets G League affiliate, is where they play.
Oh, okay.
So still don't worry. It's cool. So we got, a solid 5 matches. You know what I'm saying? We got Jada Parker versus Natty in the submissions match. We got Miles Bourne and Tavian Heights versus the Vanity Project for the NXT tag titles. We got Miles Bourne versus Jackson Drake for the North American Championship. So Miles Bourne is doing double duty, and he's basically going with everybody in the Vanity Project.
Okay.
I did find it fascinating that we saw Jackson. I saw a photo of Jackson Drake locking up with Javon Evans when they were teenagers. I'm like, damn, y'all love this shit. That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
We got a winner take all triple threat match to unify the NXT Women's North American title and the WWE Women's Speed Championship. So the retiring speed title between Zarya, Ren Sinclair, and Kelly Armstrong. Kelly Armstrong, welcome to your PLE debut, by the way.
Yeah.
We got Kendall Gray, Kalani Jordan for the women's title, and we got Tony D'Angelo, Grayson Waller, the former Mike Santana and Cruz Montana, and Zilla Fatu in his WWE debut, technically, for the NXT Men's Championship. So, real quick, because I gave you 5. I gave you 6. Sorry, I got Jada Parker beating Natty.
Okay.
I got Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights retaining the tag titles, but I got Jackson Drake beating Miles Bourne for the North American title.
Okay.
I got Zarya beating Wynn Sinclair and Kelly Armstrong to retain, but me personally, I want Kelly Armstrong to win that shit.
I got Kelly Armstrong winning the whole thing.
Okay. All right. I got Kendall just got that thing too. So I'm gonna go with Kendall Gray retaining versus Kalani Jordan. I hate to say it, but that's what I got. And
I'm going for Kalani.
Okay, you root for everybody black. All right. And main event, I got Tony D'Angelo retaining by some weird form of fashion. I got him retaining because I think that Batu, Umaga-san, who, was one of our first interviews before we even really did 2DopeMarks.
Yeah.
He gonna be that Javon Evans. He going that Javon Evans route, and that he's not gonna need.
So it's Tony, Grayson, Zilla, and who else?
Cruz Montana, aka Mike Santana.
I ain't gonna hold you. Zilla not winning.
Well, we said that.
Yeah. I'll say I'm gonna go with Montana. I'm on Mike. Don't have a problem. His name is Santana.
That it is. So that is all the wrestling on the main side this weekend. We got an announcement today from Darius Lockhart, the owner and creator of Ashe Wrestling, that after This Is It, in which every single Ashe title is on the line, And the main event is Billy Dixon in his retirement match versus Darius Carter in a steel cage. They are taking a hiatus until December.
Okay.
I know the industry for the indies in particular has been kind of tough, but if there's any one thing I think I wish wrestling did more of was that successful companies actually giving shit time to breathe. Same way you have like the NFL having time to breathe with an off season, NBA, etc. So basically, having this break, it gives people time to recharge. I mean, because again, it used to be me doing shows every other month or like quarterly, like once a quarter. They did shows every month, and they all hit. So now you get time to recharge the batteries. Talent gonna take up the bookings elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I think that night in Blue Studios is gonna be a special one, not just because it's Billy's last match, but basically it's like, yo, we get to kind of call this a season finale for this chapter.
Right.
And in December,
you do it for any other TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not comparing to the TV show, but what I'm saying is, like, it's seasons for stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely season because the peak of this season goes two ways. It was Billy versus both Dariuses. It was Yaya figuring out a way to unseat the Allfather.
Right.
And now you're finally wrapping up the Billy and Darius Carter story. That saga that has spanned years over different promotions all across this country.
Right.
Plus, you got new again, the reason why I think it's a very successful season for Ashe is because you got new tag champs, you got somebody on the verge of being a new women's champ in Savannah Evans, you got a brand new men's champion, which we were trying to figure out like when the hell would that actually happen. And
so let's pay attention to. I'm hoping that next year BlurredCon in
it's back
my area.
Oh, it always been your area this year. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, BlurredCon here. It's always here. That we can get an Ashe show here.
Yeah. Ooh. Now, could you do an Ashe show and also got a Fight Club show, considering that the belt, the Pan-African Diaspora Championship, is back in the fold in Sugar Duncan's hands?
We got to do our thing and figure out what it looks like. Like, yeah, it can happen. That'll be the thing. Wishful thinking for me would be a thing where I would have Ashe against Fight Club.
That's I got to okay, like a best of 5 type joint, like your best, my best.
Yeah, and that look like.
Right. Love that. Respect that.
That'd be my jam. But anybody that's interested, listen, you gotta come to BlurredCon. Come to BlurredCon. Like it's a whole jam. What's the one you got in Houston?
DreamCon.
Yeah. It's an equivalent.
All right. Well, with equivalence to greatness and also the nonsense, can you call IC right quick fast?
Say less.
Hey. That's right. Time for Hater of the Week, our favorite segment where me and D just shoot the shit about whomever may have gotten on our nerves this week, who may need to be a little lifted up. That sort of thing, right? D already alluded to his hater of the week being Big Cass. I don't think that's his only hater of the week.
No, it is. It is. It truly is.
The floor is yours. Go more.
Like, how old buddy put up back to the E and decide to you actually wrestling in Tim's. You ain't done nothing else. You don't have a match right now. My problem with that is like I wish they would have brought back Enzo instead of him.
Mm.
And I say that to say because he was just he wasn't nothing. That's what it was. Like, and then you go after one of our favorites, Javon, Mr. Bouncy, is him. And the sad part about it is you used him for that. I know a storyline, this, that, and the other. Kayfabe, I don't care. But what are you talking about? To be honest with you, there is a Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, aka Mox. There is a Obafemi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans. That's what it is. And the fact that it's not his fault, but I'm gonna literally like just tell him like that's where you are right now. You want after him? I'm not doing it. I'm cool. You ain't had a double like you ain't had a double souls on.
I thought it was some lugs, Birdman boots at first, so I realized there was
They were the caterpillars.
Oh man. So yeah. All right. I got heroes of the week. I ain't got no haters.
You have a hero? God,
I have heroes of the week, man. One, shout out Dolly Parton.
Huh?
Yeah, shout out Dolly Parton, man. Dolly Parton is one of my heroes of the week, mainly because look, Dolly Parton managed to be Southern, Christian, have all the big hair, be fine for the majority of my life.
Okay.
And found ways to be not problematic the whole way through. The whole way through. Dolly is part of the reason why we got a COVID vaccine in 2020. Dolly got an imagination library where she was donating books to kids for years for the free ski to help boost the literacy. Dolly took the proceeds from the royalties she got from Whitney Houston covering "I'll Always Love You" and put them right back in the Black neighborhood. Dolly Parton was a saint, bro. An absolute saint. So we're gonna miss that lady. Black people gonna miss that lady 1,000%. Also, because this week's been trash. R.I.P. Optimus Prime, aka Peter Cullen. R.I.P.
Hey,
Dr.
you seen the nigga that Minister Society and don't be drinking?
Yeah. Samuel Monroe Jr. Yeah. He passed away too. He had a crazy health battle. He had like meningitis, MRSA, pneumonia, all that. Like he suffered like 20 seizures back to back earlier this year. Like he was going through it. I know his body's at rest. We lost Dr. Frankenfurter, man. We lost old buddy from Clue, Home Alone 2, all of that, bro. Tim Curry, man. Like we took some losses. Like if you are an 80s baby, you took losses this week.
Sure.
Losses. This is the second time Peter Cullen died, because I remember when he died in Transformers the movie back in the Gap, and that was the saddest shit I'd ever seen at the time. So, yeah, man, I ain't got no hate this week. I don't. I got nothing but good news.
You ain't got no hate?
Nah, I ain't got no hate. I don't got no hate. Although I do have joke. I have one joke for you, D. So remember when I was telling you about the turkey leg cut a few months back?
Yeah.
So what if I told you they're technically back?
Huh?
They're back in a public collaboration with Harold's Chicken. There's a Harold's Chicken here in Houston.
You shitting me?
I'm not. Now, I don't know if it's the Harold's that you and I love and adore, Harold's, but yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Now,
the more you know.
Yeah, it is. Mind you, it's Harold's Chicken and Sports Bar. I don't know if it's the real Harold's, but Harold's Chicken and Sports.
No, they ain't got that sauce.
I don't think they got. Well, let me look at the menu.
Yeah, no, you ain't got to go there.
So
go, just go.
Yeah. So basically, starting September the 6th, throughout football season, they doing pop-ups, so you can get your $40 turkey legs smothered in chicken Alfredo, whatever the hell was going on.
What?
And you eat Harold's Chicken. Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
That's what they was doing. I shout out to D because he got a beautiful gift in the mail from the Screw Shop, and that is that golden UGK gold tape. He don't know what he's gonna do with it yet, but that thing's amazing.
Oh no, I it's sitting. It's
sitting. All right,
it's
cool. Sitting. Shout out to Lovely for continuing to grow her. She set a goal. She hit it over 25K on IG. You know what I'm saying? Throw a little something our way. We might start doing more talking on that mic over there, but that's cool. Right. Again, shout out to her. And shout out to you.
What I do?
Shout out to you, black man. Shout out to
the fuck I do.
You went I say you got a brand new flipper. Your boys are healthy. They in school. They smart. They bright, and they get majority of them they dad. So again, salute to you, my boy. Real daddy in over there. Real daddy. And yeah, I got some news to tell you when we get off the line. So yeah, that is tonight's episode of 2DopeMarks. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Shout out to Meek for welcoming back to the stage. I ain't spoken to Meek in a minute. We don't have to rap. But yeah, follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on Instagram at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on YouTube.
Buy the shirts.
Buy the shirts. Buy the shirts. Because the 4 pillars is a salute to how AEW is looking out for black women and putting them in prominent roles and spaces and places. And also, hey man, that 2Dope King t-shirt go hard. I'm sorry. He go hard.
Hey, I got some shit brewing.
The t-shirts. Also, shout out to the community, man. We are over 100 subscribers on YouTube. Shout out to the community. Let's keep growing. Let's keep hitting that number. Keep sharing the pod. Keep telling people about it. Yeah, 2DopeMarks.com. All your 2DopeMarks content outside of this, you know what I'm saying? Because you stream us live. You can catch us on these mics every Thursday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, on demand on Fridays, wherever you get your favorite podcast, so you can listen to us on the way to work, at work to kill some time, be like, dang, I ain't never looked at it like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just talk wrestling, dog. We talk wrestling in life. And it's college football season. Last year, I trolled D by saying that the only way Miami was going to win the ACC was on a PlayStation controller, and these motherfuckers went all the way to the national championship game last year. So you know what? I'm not trolling D. I'm not doing it this year. Not doing it. All I'm asking for is for Texas to live up to expectation, UH to win 10 games again, for Keyshawn Henderson to play this year because that's a 5-star freshman quarterback, and UH don't get 5-star freshman QBs. So yeah, we gotta let the young cook. We want the 2-man nap between him and Conaway. And I know the phrase that sounded wild. Sorry, it's football. It's football. It's football. And lastly, before we even get to NFL season, man, this ain't even a hate statement. This is just an acknowledgement of the other shit. Brown's nasty as hell. The Browns nasty as hell. That's all I got to say about that. The Browns nasty as hell. Do you say something nice for the people before I actually do have a hater of the week?
You know what? I actually hesitated on it. You know what? I'm gonna think on it. You know what? Buy our merch.
Yes, that's a great thing to say.
Buy shit. Like, we moving. He always be talking about buying our shit, but I don't never say nothing. So buy shit. And with that, we out.
We're the 2DopeMarks, bringing the heat every night. Shop and screw.